Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jonique, and this is my first YouTube video. So in today's video, we're going to do a natural brow tutorial. I'm going to show you guys how to achieve this look right here. So yeah, we're going to just get right into the video. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. So anytime I post a new video, you guys are alert, okay? So let's just get right into the video. Okay, so in this part of the video, this is the first step. The first step is to make sure you brush the brows. You want to brush along the natural flow of your brow bone or your brow. So here I'm just brushing it, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to shave it. So I'm just shaving along the sides. You want to ensure that it's shaved because it makes it easier for when you apply the concealer. So I'm shaving both sides, giving it a nice arch. And then just brushing out the brow a little bit. This will allow it to be easier to fill in the brows. So right here I'm using Anastasia Zip Brow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown. So the Anastasia Brow Pomade is my personal favorite. I just love how natural my brows look with it. It's easy to pack on and it's not too harsh. So right here I'm taking my brush, I'm dipping it in the pomade. You want to do a little at a time, so do light strokes. If you put too much product on, you can rub it off on your wrist like I'm doing here, because you want to put on as little as possible and just build up. So I'm taking my brow and I'm just filling it along the natural flow of how my brows grow. So as you can see, just brushing it, giving it a natural appeal to it. I'm starting in the middle and then working my way up to the top and just shaping it accordingly to how it naturally grows. And this will give it the aesthetic effect that you want to have, like a very arched brow. And you just continue to go over it lightly. Don't pack too much product on because then it's going to be too overwhelming as well as too dark. So now we're going to rub off a little bit of the other side. I put too much product on this side, so I just rub some off, and I'm just doing the same as I did on the other side and just following along my brow of how it is shaped, starting in the middle and starting to the top. Yeah, so perfect. Next, I'm going to brush out the brows. And this is very essential because brushing out the brows allow it to give it a natural effect. So I'm brushing up and then brushing to the sides to give it a natural look to it. And this is how my eyebrows typically grow. So I want it to look as realistic as possible because this is a natural brow look. So just keep brushing. So far, I'm liking the way it looks. If I brushed out too much of it while I was blending it in with the little spoolie brush, I just go in, dip a little pomade, and continue to fill it in and just repeat the process to get it to the shape and color that I desire. So next, we're going to take the same angled brush and add some concealer. I use the Instant Renewal in the shade Golden. This fits my skin perfectly. It gives me the highlight that I want and I desire. So I do this little technique where I pull up my eyebrow in a sense to give it a little arch. It makes it so much easier to be able to pack on the concealer with the arch. This is an easy way to make sure the product packs on how you want it to pack on and give it that nice, beautiful halo type of aesthetic to the brow. And I just continue to stroke it, line the brow evenly, and then pull down. So we're just pulling down the product, and then we're doing the front of the brow and just continuing the same process. It is very essential when doing brows to take your time, especially during the concealer phase of it. You want to make sure that you're being very precise and you're lining it close to the brow that you just drew in, but not on top of the hairs that you just shaded in with the pomade. This is a very essential step to make sure that you're taking your time and really smoothing out the concealer, because this will allow the brow to look very concealed and high and give it that nice brow bone aesthetic to it. So I would say take your time, and if you need to add more, just add a little at a time. You don't want to put too much concealer because it'll be harder for you to blend it out in the end. The less is better in this scenario. So we're going to do the same to the top. We're going to lift up the brow and just glide. You see how I'm gliding the brush along the brow? This will make it so much easier for you to get a good stroke in the first try. And it'll make your brow give it so much more definition once you glide it. So you just want to take off product and do the same to the other side. Take your time and glide. Try to get it as close as you possibly can to the shaded brow. And just take your time and smooth it out. So if you're happy with the results, the next step would be to blend it out. But in this case, I noticed that the one brow was a little too thick, so I wanted to add a little more concealer and to shape it up a little more. So I just took the brush and glided it closer to the brow line to thin it out a little more. So as you can see, I'm just brushing, and then I'm going to get that perfect arch that I desire. So I'm just blending out the brush in a horizontal motion, and then we're going to do the same side, the same thing to the other side, and we're just going to reshape that as well, give it a nice arch, just gliding the brush underneath the brow as well. And then after that, I like how it looks. I'm going to start the blending phase. So this phase is very important. It's very crucial, and it'll make it so much easier if you do this phase, because when it comes to using the beauty blender, it'll be so much easier if you do a little blending in this phase. So as you can see, I'm just blending and getting it a nice halo type of effect. Instead of having the harsh lines, we're going to have more of a softer line, which would be easier to pack into the skin. So I'm just blending, blending, blending. So far I'm liking how it's coming along. It's looking nice and configured to my liking. So now we're going to use the beauty blender. So we're just going to pat, 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 pat the beauty blender into our eye and underneath the brow, as you can see. And then I want to pat it on top, and then it's really crucial to blend. Blend, blend, blend. Blending will help pack the concealer into the skin, and this will help give a natural look. So I did wet my beauty blender to allow the product to soak into my skin a little easier. Also, if you want to have a better maneuver with the brush, you can pinch it a little bit, as you can see as I'm doing, and that would help you get into the spaces and the little spots that you want to. So I'm just continuing to blend it out to my liking. So in this part, I'm just basically touching up the brow. I'm taking my time and going back into the spots that I probably messed up, just brushing the brow to fix it a little bit, just touching up the spots that I messed up when I added the concealer. and this will help give you a retouched look and add a better definition to the brow. And so you're just basically cleaning up any mess or anything that you probably concealed over too much or didn't conceal enough. You could fill the brow bone up a little bit if one's thicker than the left, or because your brows are not naturally shaped the same, so you can just fix it. And then the last phase is setting spray. So I'm using the Mary Kay setting spray. You can use any setting spray of your choice, and this will just help seal in the look. So this is the complete natural brow look. I want to thank you guys if you made it this far to the ending of the video. Thank you guys so much. I love you. Don't forget to like, and bye.